What up? What up? What up? Um, I got a couple things here. Let me make sure people know I'm live. Okay, okay. Hold on. Okay, good. I got some stuff here from Just a Girl. Just some reactions. I hope y'all enjoying your day and whatever. All that fine stuff. Shoot, let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. I got a couple things here. Again, from Just a Girl. With that being said, let me get into it. First one up is Cheyenne Bryant. Let's get it.
Alright, look at this. Well, not me, but this. A tiny microphone lighter than most that can fit in your pocket.
Yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years. Engaged, you know. I kept putting it off because I knew that that wasn't my person. But I meet better men nowadays than I meet women.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Jenny.
And a
If you are
woman
new
knows
here,
she a
if you're new
hypocrite.
to the channel, of course, hit the subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So y'all know that I've talked about Dr. Bryant over here many times, right? I personally feel like she does a lot of finessing and word salad to
She
get
does.
women on her side. And we
She
know that the women
does.
loved
Straight
her
up
when she
finesse
ate
queen.
Cam Newton up on his podcast back in 2024, I believe it was. And she's had them locked in since. You know, she's had them with Nick Cannon. And from there, she's just been everywhere, any and everywhere, right? She is booked and busy for sure, okay? And women felt like, oh, what's wrong with what she's saying? She's getting men together, holding them accountable. She's out here being free and young. Well, what they call young,
I don't see how
and
she's
living
young
her
when she
best
over
life, right?
40.
They don't care that she's not, if she's not a real doctor. They don't care if she's single. What they got to do with anything, right? That's what they said, right? Well, Cheyenne Bryant, I feel like she did what she needed to do to win women over, specifically black women.
Yep.
She did her
She
thing.
did.
And now the tables have turned a little bit. Okay, they've turned a little bit, and the girls, you know, are upset. At least in the comments, I haven't seen many women thus far get wind of this conversation yet. But I think they're going to be coming soon. And I'll come back with an update on that. But let me share the video that is the girls are mad at. At least in the comments, let's come back and talk about it.
Who's more delusional right now, men or women?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Women, y'all know I stand on a mountaintop for you, especially black women. But I gotta say this. I meet better men nowadays than I meet women.
Wow.
And that's just the truth. There are so many men nowadays who are ready to be married, who are ready to be family men, who are standing on principles, who are, you know, really into and relational with the women that they're dating.
Right.
And I meet a lot of women who want to play the field, who want to be, you know, more of we have womenizers, but we do have women who are manizers. And when you start to look at women
Why are you
who
making up
want a man
words?
to just perform, right, which goes into the same field as gold digging, that's a woman who is considered a manizer. And unfortunately, I meet a lot more, you know, men who are like, Doc, I'm ready to get married, or, you know, I'm ready for the next step, and women who either are not there yet, or they're saying they're there yet, but the behavior that they're exhibiting and their inability to be able to nest in a man and allow him to lead her is not allowing the relationship to really take the course.
So she says very clearly, it is the women. And she made it clear beforehand, I love y'all, but it's y'all. Right? Now, I do believe that she's right. I think what she's saying is 100% spot on. That there are more men out here who are ready to settle down and find love. And these women are out here being little mini pimps and prostitutes and just out here selling it. They not looking for nothing serious. They just having a good time. That is what the women are on. So she's not wrong. I 100% agree with everything that she said. The thing that the women are mad at is because you've been on the girl's side. It's been the men. The men were, you had the men like Cam Newton who are creating broken homes, and the Nick Cannons, and you got it's the men, right? But now it's the women. The women are delusional. The women are in denial. The women are out here being players, not ready for love, not nothing serious. And the women in the comments, y'all, when I said they were in the comments calling her every pick me, everything under the sun, oh, you're wrong. It's not, we tired. We don't got time to be settled down with no man. We don't need no man. We wasted our years when we were younger. Now we out here doing what we want to do. That's the response. They don't like that. They don't like when you call out women. They can't stand it. Call men out all day long. Love it. Eat it up. Swarm around it. Eat it up so bad. But as soon as a woman says it's the women, and there's the proof, they don't want to be in relationships. They claim that they don't need it. They don't want it. They all for money. They tricking. They this. They that. That's all they do. There's the proof. We see it that men, black men specifically, have higher marital rates than us, black women, right? Black men have way less kids than we do. Black women, they're not just out here just trying to have a bunch of babies with a bunch of women. The same men do, but not the majority. Majority of black men are in their kids' lives, live at home with their kids, creating families. Where we as women, black women, we can't stand to be settled down. We don't want nobody to hold us back. We want to be out here with our behind showing, with our behind out all summer long. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. And I think that is the interesting thing to show, that the rates of divorce, where the women are initiating divorce more, they are claiming that it's these irreconcilable differences, just anything to try to do what they want to do. So when they claim about the comments were, where are these good men at? Tell me where they at. I don't know where they at. Ain't no good men out here. No, you keep attracting the same men because of the woman that you are. That's why you can't find a good man, because the men that you want don't want you. The type of men that you may want to be with don't want you.
Buying the right equipment for your shop is an important investment. Elite Metal Tools has the largest
that you may want to be with don't want you.
So I just got a question, because black women, right? Answer me this. Answer me. Please answer me. Y'all done got this out. And it's like, no black man is good for y'all. Like none. Like, I entertained y'all with the whole lavender marriage, but y'all don't like the gay black men. Y'all use the gay black men to insult straight black men. So, I think the lavender marriage thing, I think that was just a thought for y'all. Y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like the educated black man. I mean, there used to be this one lady, I forgot her name, and she was along the lines with the pink pill, and interracial relationships between black women and white men. And I forgot her name, but she talked about the educated lame. So y'all don't like the educated black men. They're not good.
They don't.
Y'all don't like the black men that come from the 2-parent household. Y'all said they still not good enough.
And here's something I don't get. They will claim that they want the educated lane, but if they get an educated lane, they will sit there and take the educated lame and dog them out for Tyrone. Make it make sense.
Y'all don't like the black man that come from a single parent home. He ain't good enough. Y'all definitely don't like the black man that's a single dad. Y'all definitely ain't been messing with him. Because a lot of y'all, even with kids, y'all was getting the dudes without the kids. So they not good enough. I guess the white man, I guess your colonizer, I guess I guess that is your option. Oh, and the Asian dudes.
Yeah, those men don't want you. And you
Talk
keep
to
dealing
him.
with the pookies, the raiders
Talk
that
to
you're paying that
him.
you don't like, and then wonder why you keep getting the same results. But the men are out here. We just need to change up our thought process, our
Right.
environment, and be realistic about who we are. You want a 6-figure man, but you ain't getting that 6-figure man. I'm just sorry.
Talk
Based
to
on your
him.
attitude, based on a bunch of kids that you got, based on like just the way that you live your life, that's not. But that doesn't mean you can't have love. That doesn't mean you can have a partner. It just means you're not going to get the man that you keep claiming that you ain't settling for. We refuse to settle. I'm not taking it. I'm not, like, we got all these problems, but want to say we're the good men. There ain't no good men around. No, they are. They're out here. They just not looking for you because of how you are.
Talk to
And you're
him.
not going to attract one being the way that you are. Your mindset is going to keep men far away from you. So Dr. Bryant, she, again, 100% right, but I think now she don't have to coddle the women no more. She got them.
And for this video, come a bit closer. Cheyenne Bryant, don't you take advice from her. Do not take advice from her, and I'm going to tell you why. Anybody that focuses on problematic men instead of the good ones and highlighting that on her platform is always catering to problematic men that don't do nothing but drain and demean women, strike one. Strike two, she had a lot to say about single women and single mothers until she did that interview talking about her daddy didn't even let her keep her kids. That's strike two. Because when you following behind a man that takes that opportunity from you, you couldn't make your own choice. He was not saving you. He ruined your life. Okay? That's an exercise of a man having control over your body, and that don't need to be normalized. So what she did from that moment, you know, when she talks about single
Go
mothers and
hell.
how the single women need to do this to get a man, if your daddy hadn't got you out that situation, you'd be a single mother too. And had you been made to raise those children, you probably would be on this internet giving better advice. Okay? Strike three. Anytime somebody asks her a question, the passive aggressive, I love what they said. You didn't love nothing that they said.
Sure
Not
hell
a doggone
didn't.
thing. Y'all need to be careful and mindful of who you look up to on this internet. People's life be a mess. They can get on here and say something that sound good, but anybody who just repeatedly cater to traumatic men, and there's so many other good ones that you could be talking about, and anytime she got advice for women is how to be up under a man's foot, girl, you better watch that.
She's locked in so hard.
Yep.
That she could do whatever she wants at this point, in my opinion, when it comes to what she says in that regard. She's still what we believe a single woman who allegedly may date women, who allegedly is going to have a baby or a few babies this year, but she told Shannon Sharp on the podcast last year. She's been
Good luck with
engaged
that.
allegedly a couple times. She still ain't got nobody. She publicly, or at least she has not come out and said she's in a relationship. Now she says she don't want to be married anymore. She don't need married, but she do want kids. Again, a whole bunch of stuff that be relatable to these women.
Even in marriage, I was engaged for 10 years, you know, because I kept calling it off, and he was like, you keep getting these degrees. I kept saying, wait for the next degree or we get married. And by the time I went and got my doctorate, he's like, baby, you done got 4 degrees.
I ain't waiting no
Yeah.
more.
Why are you sitting there playing play with that
I kept putting it
man?
off because I knew that wasn't my person.
I was gonna say,
but
I left your ass.
Yeah.
So you knew he wasn't the person?
And I end up leaving him. You know, unfortunate for him.
But you
Great
strung him
guy.
along for 10 years? 10 years?
And she said he was a great guy.
Great guy. He was a great guy. He just wasn't my
What
guy,
what did you
right?
play with a
So-
guy for 10
So
years?
you strung him along for 10 years? Why you ain't let him go be great with somebody else that would appreciate him and love him?
Hold on.
Talk about it.
But you, this is about you. You done flipped the script on us. We over here.
Verse uno.
Man, you showed did.
But it was good. It was
No,
insane.
but we're like, no, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single. What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating,
Dating but single.
enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many?
Meaning you can't get a man.
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
Got her.
We dated for 5 years off and
So
on.
you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know. It's
Come on, get her, Paul. Get her, Paul.
Take this sheep clothing off.
Right, the wolf teeth coming out. No, we
You
have
was somebody's work for 5 years.
we have been each other's companion for 5 years, and yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth, and
Yeah.
he doesn't
Get
like
her,
it.
Paul.
He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, he your work.
No one is we working together. We working together.
But you keeping him at bay, or is he keeping you at
He
bay?
wants a relationship. He
And
wants to
you
be
don't.
committed.
You just like the sex.
No. Oh.
Let's keep it 100. How you
Come
keep
on,
somebody
get her,
for 5
Paul.
years? That's like
Get her,
real.
Paul.
You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years.
Oh.
I ain't never done no shit like
I
that.
am not.
Be relatable. I'm out here just fine, and I'm leaving. I'm not staying. That's what they love. But now you say I'm meeting good men who want relationships. I'm meeting men who like basically giving love to the men, and they don't like that. Black women do not like when a black woman specifically bigs up a black man. Well, actually, they don't like. Well, yeah, they don't really like black women, but I think they don't like anybody to big up black men. Any woman to big up a black man, they can't stand it because they can't believe that you can see something in that black man that they can't see. Because black women see the bear, they see the devil, they see all this negative stuff about black men. But there's women out here who see them as golden, the prize, everything to them. But we don't see it that way. We see it differently. So Cheyenne obviously, has the girls, they mad, right? And I think it's only a matter of time before they start making their videos about her. And trust me, I will come back with a part 2 for y'all to see, because I haven't found it thus far. This clip just dropped yesterday. This interview with Justin LaBoy just dropped yesterday. So when they get wind of it, baby, I'm sure they're going to be coming hard to defend and call her every pick me under the sun, because that's what they did in the comments. And y'all going to be able to hear it.
Of course.
Because they don't want you to ever go against the sisterhood. And at this point, she's going against the sisterhood. She's going against them, and they don't like that. You are out of the club immediately when you go against them, right? She fits the bill. She's single. She's quote unquote fine. She's rich. She's educated. That's what they love. Now you talking about us, girl? What? You was on our tower. You talking about the men. Now you talking about us? We the problem? Yeah, you out. If you're not a monolith like they are when they're thinking about men, you gotta go. You're everything under the sun but a child of God. Okay? But these are just my thoughts on this topic. What are your thoughts in the comments? Please let me know below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.
I meet a lot of women who want to play the field, and yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And he doesn't like.
This is
Hey
more.
y'all, welcome back to the 50/50 House Show. I'm your host, Just a Girl, and I'm here with my lovely husband once again.
And I almost forgot to say this too. Just a Girl has a second channel called 50/50 House, where it's her and her husband. And I decided to get into some of that too. Let's get it.
50/50 House. Intro hater.
Ramadan Mubarak to all our fellow Muslims.
Yes, Ramadan Mubarak, everybody. Hope everybody's Ramadan fast is going well. Everybody else is doing well as well.
Yes. We want all to be well. We have not discussed on this channel the lovely, the great, the famous,
the lovely, the great
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
And
Dr.
notice that
Bryant,
doctor
I've shared on my
in
platform, I've talked about her
quotations.
before. I think Dr. Bryant she is someone who came in and she had the agenda and she did it.
Yep.
She's doing it, shall I say. She's doing it. She made her debut in the Black community culture, I guess, back in 2024 when she sat down with Cam Newton and everybody.
Internet wise.
Yeah, internet wise, and from there she's been everywhere. What are your thoughts on Dr. Bryant, honey, because I think most people have heard me share my thoughts.
I think she's fugazi.
Very
I think she's
fugazi.
just another person running women into walls.
For those who don't
Ain't
know, what
nothing
does
but
fugazi
grifter.
mean?
Nah, don't do that. All right, we ain't defining everything. Everybody got Webster's. Well, and Google. We don't even need Webster's no more. That's what I'm gonna start saying. When somebody say what that mean, I'm gonna say Webster's. But I think she's just another person who's found that you can grift this whole tell black woman anything, and you will get. She's been doing a job at that. The crazy part about it, it's hard to. At first, I was had a little disdain towards her, but when things keep coming out as evidence comes out, and you learn this about this person and this come out, and then people still continue to just listen to it because she's making them feel good or saying what they can quote unquote relate to. Because I'm not even sure about that, but they'll listen to anybody. They don't care. They'll just keep on championing it.
Facts, they show hell will.
It's funny,
They'll
this
listen to
clip that we
any
about to
damn
play,
body.
it's taken this long. Now they all have a problem with her. Now she's forgetting. This just shows the hypocrisy of the quote unquote sisterhood, and it shows the damage that's truly been done to women, Western women. You know what I mean? A lot of mostly are black women, but all of them really, they damaged bad, man. As long as they agree with you, you can be anybody. You can say anything.
That's because some people would rather live in a lie than to live in truth. And me personally, that's sad as hell. It's sad as hell, but unfortunately, that's how some people are wired.
Because you agreeing with them. Right? And if you don't agree with them, it doesn't matter how much doctorate you got. No matter how long you've been married. It don't matter how good you are in that space. It doesn't matter because you don't agree with them. So they'll do what they starting to do with her now.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. So let's get right on into it.
I mean, you see straight through all the bullshit. So I trust you to heal us during this conversation.
With my little toxicity.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to tell us why we all so toxic. Because I feel like you got all the answers. And I've watched so much of your stuff. I'm such a big fan. And I always feel that you're right. I don't know why. Maybe that's the toxic part of me. Because if I heal it, I might disagree. I wasn't ready for this part. Right now. I fuck with everything you got to say. Like, she was right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So before we get into all the deep stuff, who's more delusional right now, men or women?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Women, y'all know I stand on a mountaintop for you, especially black women. But I gotta say this. I meet better men nowadays than I meet women.
Wow.
And that's just the truth. There are so many men nowadays who are ready to be married, who are ready to be family men, who are standing on principles, who are, really into and relational with the women that they're dating.
Right.
And I meet a lot of women who want to play the field, who want to be, more of we have womanizers, but we do have women who are manizers.
That sounds so
And we start to
damn
look at
stupid.
women who want a man to just perform, right? Which goes into the same field as gold digging. That's a woman who is considered a manizer. And unfortunately, I meet a lot more, men who are like, Doc, I'm ready to get married, or, I'm ready for the next step, and women who either are not there yet, or they're saying they're there yet, but their behavior that they're exhibiting and their inability to be able to nest in a man and allow him to lead her is not allowing the relationship to really take the course that the man is trying to lead them to. So I find more of that, which makes me happy because I feel like men have finally gotten to a place of saying, look, I understand I'm the covering. I understand I'm the foundation. I understand that I am the leader, which means I have to be vertical in who I am. And I want that role. And for the men who don't know how to be in that role, they are willing and wanting to learn. You have women who are just not there.
Right.
If you notice how she said it, she said lately, the people she's been meeting, the more she. Because what we just talked about is how she done maneuvered her way into the space, and now she's the upper echelon, Dr. Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's meeting all these men that
Yep.
men have been talking about. You know what I mean?
Talk to
Saying
'em.
that, well, there's plenty of guys, but you just stuck at the bottom, chasing the bottom guys.
Yeah.
So now when a person like her gets the walk free entry into the spaces now she's starting to see where all these guys is this at, right? They can't find a work. And at the same time,
Talk about it.
she's meeting all these same women that's up in these spaces who want to play the field. Like, well, I got the bag, so I can, maneuver and do all these things. And the funny thing about it is, like, I just wonder if she knows that she's talking about herself, too.
Ooh,
Does
talk
she know
about it,
that?
bro.
I
Talk
don't
to
think
'em.
so, and the reason that I don't think so, and I'm going to pull this up for y'all to also hear this before I respond. I want to let
I know why you going to that, but
I don't think she does, because I don't think that.
that's one of the first things when I saw that clip. I was like, well, she talking about herself because she said it on ball pickers.
Yeah, I don't.
I want to pause it for a second. Here's the thing. Cheyenne is talking about herself, but the thing with Cheyenne doesn't have the self-awareness for her to realize that she's talking about herself. See, people who have a lack of self-awareness think that they're above their reality. Now she's talking about people, but the thing is, in her arrogance, she don't realize that when Cheyenne she's talking about her reality. So that's basically what it is. Let's get back into it.
Because she said it on ball pickers.
Yeah, I don't think she I don't think she knows.
She literally said it like, yo. Dude,
But I don't. She meant to. I don't think she meant to. Let's remind y'all. Okay, just to remind y'all before I go ahead and give, because I don't think she believes she talking about herself at all, and this is why, and I'll elaborate after.
You gotta make this about her now.
You better theorizing us. So it's like, I want my woman to mommy me.
Like, hold on, what's going on with you? This is about you. You just flipped the script on us. We over here.
Verse uno.
Man, you sure did.
But it was good. It was
No,
insightful.
but it's like, no, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single. What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I'm dating.
Dating but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many are you dating right now?
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
Got her.
We dated for 5 years off and
So
on.
you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my
talk
God.
about it, Paul.
I know what's
Talk
going
about
on
it,
now.
Paul.
I'm about to, yeah. No, we gonna.
So I'm going.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Want to finish? Okay.
Take this sheep clothing off.
The wolf teeth coming out. No, we have
Somebody's work for 5 years.
we have been each other's companion for 5 years, and yeah, I have spin the block for 5 years.
And notice how she's trying to gloss over what Paul's saying. See, what Paul did was called it out right the first time. He said, "You've been his work," meaning that the man has, quote unquote, been working on her for 5 years, basically, and not getting anything out of it.
Right, it's the truth, and he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, your work.
We working together.
No, you're not. No, you're
Working
not.
together.
But you keeping him at bay, or is he keeping you at
He
bay?
wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No.
Oh, get on her, Paul.
How you keep somebody for
Get
5
on her,
years?
Paul.
Just like you just described. Just like all the situations she just described, she's doing the same thing.
Yeah. So the reason why I don't think she believes she's talking about herself is because I don't think she was completely, I think, caught off guard with Paul Pierce's questions. I don't think she ever intended for that to come out, honestly.
It's
I
out.
think it's out. It's out. But I think that it would be different if she intended to share, where I think she would be saying, like, the women I meet, we are, because she's talking about, like, as if it's not her. Because I don't think it almost, and this might sound crazy, but it's almost as if she don't even think that this is out. You know, like, she might forget that we seen it.
Forgot. You mean in the moment?
Because that's how much she didn't intend. Like, you know, she has in her mind, she gonna control the show. She gonna come in, you think it's her show. That's what happened with Cam Newton. They thought it was Cam Newton was the guest, and she was the host.
I mean, Cam Newton ain't that great at
No, but I'm just saying it's the way that she, and that's what Paul Pierce said. Like, come on, you doing all this talking. Now we got to take it back because you will run the show like she does, you know. So I think she don't believe she's talking about herself, but she's absolutely she is the woman she's talking about. You're playing the field. You're not, the men are serious. You spinning the block. You wasting time. You doing this. You're doing that. You want to be out here half naked because that's what you want to do at 42, 43 years old. So you don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, and I hate that it just reinforces that archetype, that culture, and it just makes women think it's cool. They can continue to us.
Be hoes.
She's 40, so only 32. I got plenty of time to keep doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like that. I think that's bad for the culture overall. And
it is.
Obviously, we seeing the impact of it. We suffering. As far as the community goes, as far as like marriage goes, relationships in general, like it's all, everybody's on that 1 foot in, 1 foot out type time, or playing the field, like she said. And another thing that just drives me crazy with her is her and her made up ass words, like now we talk about man-izers, like.
Well,
and I just know that she's the ringleader,
right? She's
the manizer.
She's the CEO of the Manizer Club. Yeah.
And why a person like Dr. Cheyenne gets to speak all this relationship stuff when there's so many like let's just say wild accusations out there, like and then you got things like this where she just spoke about what she spoke about on her own is like, this is very cloudy. We're so unsure of her, but she's so matter of fact about what people need to do. And I just wonder, like, how does she know? Like, who gave her the keys? Like, what made her like the expert? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, again, I think when he just said, like, I watch your stuff. I'm a big fan. I'd be like, yeah, she's right. You know,
but I don't understand why. Because again, like I said, I wasn't expecting that. That's just, I don't really care what he got to say now, if that's how he feel. Like, but especially as a man, what are you talking about, brother? But I don't believe that, you know, you have to be like in a relationship to talk about it or whatever. I mean, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying like you have to have some like type of history at least. All you keep on saying is, everything was wrecked. All you've been through is bad stuff. Then people have, yo, you play for the other team. Stop faking. Like, and if you do, that makes it even worse because it's like, damn, are you just misleading these girls on purpose? That's what I'm saying. Is it just the grift so you can make some money?
Yeah,
like,
it is a grift. That's what it is.
Like, you know what I mean? And when I listen to her, from my 2 ears and my perspective, I don't hear a lot of sensible things. Like, she says some things that I agree with. Obviously, like, I
think what she said on this podcast, on that show, was right. I think she was right.
I think that she don't need to realize she's a part of it. Like, but I do agree with that. And that's what I'm saying. I can be objective about anybody. You know what I'm saying? Whether I feel as though they're good or bad for the space or the culture or whatever it is, right? But most of the time, she's just saying a bunch of BS, coming up with fake words and these phantom terms. She try to redefine stuff that people already defined. Like, man, get out of here, man. It's fugazi. Like I said, it's coming off
very much.
I mean, I definitely think that, like we said, I mean, because her preference is black people. She sits down with her clients are black people, or her focus is black people, and it makes sense. And I think that it makes sense because so many people have said it before. How many people have said that when they are the ones who try to actually hold black women accountable, the Shahara Ali, the April, what was her name?
April Mason, I think.
Yeah. Like those women have tried, Ayanna, we've seen those women do the work to try to hold black women accountable and to do the work to get better. And it came with a lot of hate, or they gave up, or they, because they didn't want to go the route of grifting or just doing whatever could just to take their money. And that when you watch and you pay attention, you see all I gotta do is tell them this or tell them that, or and they're going to buy into it.
And it's true. It's so true. And like I said, that's what saddens me, because no matter what, as long as they're making you feel good, you will buy it. And even though it's out there in the world, everyone's heard this. You want to make a couple dollars, a lot of black women just go lie to them. Yeah. Come right up. And we see it. We just see it all the time. People
black women like to be
right
scammed.
Yeah. So I think it's like I said. Now she don't have to. She got it. She did it. And now the comments on this post this exact clip that we shared was shared on social media, and the comments, the women were in the comments so upset, just calling her all type of pick-me's. Stacey saying that there's no good men out here. Show me where the good men are. We tired. We happy being by ourselves. It's not us. It's these men. The men have made us decide that we don't want to deal with them. Now they've done playing games. They want to settle down. Like it just was a lot of things where they were like, probably like, wait, hold on now. And I shared this before on my platform that I don't think many women have saw this yet because it hasn't attracted as much attention. But this is also that they don't care.
I was about to say, because someone like her and someone like you has been doing this around the same time.
Yeah.
Look how fast she goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now that she stepped into, quote unquote, like your space with what she just said, she'll learn. And now she'll never say anything like that ever again. She'll go back to grifting. They'll go back to loving her, and that'll be that. Because she don't want this. This ain't what she here for. She don't want to tell truth.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if
she
does, and she proves me wrong, I ain't gonna.
She ain't here for the truth.
Give her flowers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it ain't personal. I just don't like the way she carried and when she go about it. I feel like she knows she's saying BS, and she does it because she knows what it's going to get her.
Facts. She's a grifter.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what works, and it's working. Like I said, she's in spaces and she's connecting with people, and again, it's what it is. It's
she has big amounts of fans because she lies to women a lot. And you can go down the list. There are plenty of her.
Yeah.
Men, women, whatever. That dude, I forget his name. That little fat dude, whatever, that came out of nowhere recently. He started grifting the women. They started loving him. He blew up fast as hell too.
What?
Get his name, the new little fat dude, whatever. Like I don't even care what his name is, but it goes. It goes.
Yeah.
We all know it goes. No matter what.
Yeah. I mean, I think the crazy part is we have to. The people who are going to try, not letting these type of people who are going to surpass you because of the lies, you have to stay true to yourself and true to the course of when you know that you are doing meaningful work of having these hard conversations about relationships. And
they ain't surpassing you in nothing, but
no, I'm saying like in the public, like in the in that place, because you don't want to get caught up in like, well, I'm doing it, but it's like, again, unless when you stand on your morals and you stand on what you really believe, and when you actually do care, you don't waver because you're mad at me doesn't mean I just alter and start lying to you, because that's not what a woman does to women. Is someone who cares about you doesn't lie to you, or vice versa for a man as well. And I think even down to some of these relationship shows and podcasts and things like that, you know, because she's been on a lot of those where there's couples she sat down with and married people and still not being able to be honest about the issues or the reasons that you can say you were engaged. She said she was engaged to one man for 10 years, but she was engaged for 10 years.
How?
10 years she was engaged.
From what, like 22 to 32?
I guess. I don't know. She said she was engaged for 10 years.
I'm saying the stuff she says, I just don't be believing. Like, a lot of it.
She said that she was engaged for that long because she knew he wasn't the one and she was just kind of putting it off. And
functioning, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She said on the Breakfast Club.
Business at the end of the day, like, when it comes to a lot of this stuff, and I understand that part, obviously, but I think we as, you know, the people, you know, that choose to watch these things, any program, even like ours, I think that we should be more like, you know, more, trying to see what word I'm trying to use here. We just need to do a better job of observing these people and knowing who we watching, like, because we just listen to anything because it make us feel good.
Yeah.
And that's across a lot of spectrums. Like, something make us feel good, we'll just listen to it. And we start to rock with the person. And, you know, we're the ones blowing people up. Like, you know, the people. Nobody can blow up without the people.
Yeah.
So we need to do a better job of picking and choosing who we going to blow up, who we going to make stars. Because they're not the stars without us. We make the stars.
Exactly.
So make us stars. Say no.
I don't want to be no star. Don't make me no star, y'all. I love y'all. I really do, but I don't want to be no star. I don't want nobody worrying about everything I do.
Yeah. Well, y'all go watch the podcast. Is on YouTube, Just a Little Boy Show. You can watch it. Go check it out. You know, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Share your thoughts on Dr. Bryant. Again, I'm not a hater. I think that the things that she does say, that when she's right, I agree with her. She knows what she's talking about, certain things. I just think it's like, you can't tell if this is who you are and you really do know common sense, you know what's going on, or is this just the act that you pull out when you feel like pulling out? And I think that she pulls it out when she feels like pulling it out, because that's what
she knows.
It's better.
She knows.
It's better. So yeah, y'all, let us know in the comments what you think.
And here's the final part.
And you want me to have sex with you. And you want me to make sure I get up and do this stuff for these kids.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the 50/50 House Show. I'm your host, Janine, and I am here with my lovely husband once again. And I'm gonna let him tell y'all where we've been at. Because it has been some time. Let him tell you, honey, where have we been?
I'm getting some other things together. Here we are, back.
We were I guess. But make sure that y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, and just be on this journey with us over here as well. So the whole idea behind the channel of 50/50, I think we explained it a little bit before, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, because the idea of 50/50, when people hear that word, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to have to go 50/50. I'm not splitting the bills in half and all of that. And I think the missing piece of it is people are so literal with this. When it comes to like the role of a man, the role of a woman, things have changed. So when we say we go 50/50, it does not mean literal where I'm saying you got to do it this 1 hour, I do the other hour. It's just about sharing the load. Right? Would you say that it's 50/50 is about sharing the load?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just, making sure that we get everything done, that we got to get done, get everything covered.
Yeah. And I think the society and the feminist movement has tried to fight so hard for women to, I guess, essentially not be women. Like women, to remove women from feeling like their natural a role. Is it a natural? I don't know. I just think it's just something about us as women that we are just when we say natural nurturers and, just have to be able to play that role, somehow they have wanted us to strip it. That's what I'm saying. I guess they want us to strip that. Like, you shouldn't, why I gotta take care of these kids? Why I gotta be, it's like that's just naturally how most of us were created to be.
Oh man, don't go that way.
No, I know, but somehow that's what I'm saying. The feminist movement has stripped, like, it's like while you're pregnant, you're already stripping that. Like, I ain't about to be like it's already being pushed in you to like fight against your the natural.
I think one of the things about the feminist movement is that women look for like this evenness, like and they really want this perfect evenness somehow. Life don't even really work like that. You know how hard it's gonna be to make everything even, like really try to live like on that line of 50-50 of like, well, I did this much, so you gotta do this much, or I did this, so you gotta do this, or I changed the diaper, so you gotta do the homework, or whatever it may be. It's just like, if you really trying to live like that, y'all both gonna go insane.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very, very difficult. And I think with us discussing this in particular today, there are so many aspects of your relationship that it's never going to be even. And that's okay. Like, this is, if it was meant to be even, or if it was meant to do it by yourself, or if you could do everything by yourself, why would you need a partner, right? Like, why would I need a man? Why would you need a woman? If you could do it all by yourself, or if you are fighting for this, we got to be even. It's like, there's a place for us to fill in where we can't do the job, and you have your partner to fill in there. And I think since you mentioned the diaper and changing diapers, I think that is one of the hardest things that I think right now people are fighting when it comes to parenting and being in relationships and having children. There's that fight and pressure from women to almost, I guess, start off their motherhood journey on a rough start because they are fighting so hard to not have to be the mom.
Diapers or whatever.
Yeah, like, like you're fighting to like, I'm not about to be up with this baby or not. I'm not about to be, like, you're already in your mind preparing yourself to be programmed to believe that, like, you have to force it, and I think that's the hard part, the reality of why so many women and why so many couples struggle in the newborn phase to get through it, because it's a very, very, very rough phase when you have a newborn baby. But it's that fight to do tit for tat and to be even, and then you're spending so much time and energy trying to fight about who was up late and I was up last night and you had the diaper and you had the, it's like all of that. Why I don't know.
I believe, like, you can ask for help if you need help, or if you need a night, you're tired tonight, like, or whatever. Like, I think it can be communicated in a way that, your man wouldn't have too much trouble doing it.
But I think it's not even about not asking for help. I think it's about, you feel like, I don't want to tell my friends or tell people that I love that I am up with the baby. I have to, like, it's almost, people have made women believe that it's almost degrading or something wrong with your partner that you be up every night with that baby. Like, they will put, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, you shouldn't be up all night, it's his baby too. Like, it is just turned into this, and now you go home, you make your relationship harder, you're allowing the opinions of other people to come in, and now y'all fighting over who up with the baby.
I don't believe in that. I think that when you in a relationship with somebody, like, that's y'all thing. Like, I mean, that's y'all home. And I think that has been lost a lot as well. Now, the fact that whatever we gotta figure out, whatever we gotta talk about, whatever we decide works for us, works for us. It don't really matter, like, what they think on the outside. Like, and a lot of times, the outside is what leads to all the friction, because you trying to live up to somebody else's standard. When we already realized, we already came to the agreement that this works for us. Like, as you get off at this time, so that make more sense for you to do this, or you can do this better, so let's that makes more sense for you to do this, or you got more time at this time of day, whatever it is. Once we figure that all out, within our household, that's our rules. Nothing come before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of times, other people come in, say certain things that they may think, and that may be cool in their world. Let them, but they ain't got to do with our rules and our situation, our foundation. It's so easy. People let people crack their foundation so easy.
Yeah, because I remember, I think, you know, with us sharing 2 children together, and some people like it, some people don't. I really enjoyed the newborn stage. I also nurse my children, so I think that there's a different dynamic too of like I'm fighting for what. But I remember, especially when we had our first child, of some people, you know, their opinions about, you know, being up with the baby and why you're so tired, why don't you do this, or why your partner not doing that. And I think it just becomes a thing where like it's so easy to just be like, I don't know, should I beat that up? Like, especially if you're a new mom, you don't know what to do, and you're, you know, and I think also you got to be mindful of who you're talking to, right? If it's somebody who's single, who ain't got no man, or it didn't work out for them, or whatever the case may be, it can be, not that you don't want to, you can't take their advice because they're single, but I think it also can play a factor in how much they know how to navigate, you know, dealing with having a child in the same home. It looks totally different. And I think that that's something that you have to be very careful about. And I think now social media just amplifies women not wanting to go 50-50 with their partners, and try to lean so hard on back in the day when they don't. This is just not back in the day.
Yeah, I think in today's world, a lot of times it gets mixed up when these conversations go on and you start talking about what's traditional versus what's not and things like that. I think it has to be all the way though. Like, and I'm talking to some of my friends about this, whereas though, like, most of the girls you're going to meet today, like, especially if you're adult, they already working, they already have jobs, some of them have careers. They are already moving along the path, so it's already not traditional. Like, you know what I mean? Therefore, y'all got to figure out what works for y'all. Y'all got to figure out, bang, how can we come to some agreement that we can figure out works for us? And the problem is that they both, one of the problems I say, when they both come into these things, both is somewhat trying to look for something traditional where they have the advantages at. I think that's what we see a lot in this gender battle that's going on right now all over. Both is trying to look for traditional where they have the advantages, but realistically, it's nothing traditional about it. It's just not. It's not old times. You know what I mean? People living is definitely more expensive, but people also have like more expensive tastes.
Yeah.
People want more than they had at a time. You know what I mean? So it's just way different now. And I think that, like I said, in terms of 50-50, both people going to work, again, it's not about y'all splitting the bills or whatever. However it works for y'all, whatever y'all decide, whatever agreement that y'all have, y'all make that work for however y'all got to pay whatever y'all got to pay. And then whatever else goes on around the house, whoever, you might be better with the homework because you might be a little smarter or whatever it is.
Right.
Y'all figure that out and y'all do it. And that's what 50-50 is. Y'all make sure y'all got the best for whatever y'all need as a family. Like I said, y'all unit, the rules y'all create, the foundation y'all create is not about what the world think, tradition think. As long as it's good under your Lord, that's what you need to worry about.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to share this video for y'all because I think that we know that, again, women don't want to, it's like, there's just a lot of laziness. Let's just make it, women today don't want to do anything that's going to be something that's going to make them have to do more work than they feel like they should. It's going to be a fight, unfortunately, and I'm going to share that for y'all.
Men changed because although Big Daddy and them they wasn't faithful, they took care of home. They provided. They were providers. Nowadays, men are really not. They want the woman to be Big Mama and Big Daddy. You want me to cook, clean, and you want me to pay half these bills, and you want me to have sex with you, and you want me to make sure I get up and do this stuff with these kids. And then you telling me that you want to go 50-50 with me.
Yeah.
You know, but that's not 50-50 for that woman. You know, you get off work, you eat, and you go play the game, or you watch the game, chop it up with your boys, and I'm still here with these kids. Not saying that's my situation, but just saying, like, that's what it's looking like. So a lot of women like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Understandable.
Yeah. If Big Daddy didn't do that back in the day, you want me to be like your granny was, but you got to realize that your granddaddy was a provider.
Yep.
You know, and then as soon as they hear a woman say a provider, oh, she a gold digger. Oh, she just wants something.
Yeah.
That's triggering for you.
Yep.
If you automatically go there, because you are supposed to be the provider.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, what are your thoughts, my
She
lovey?
didn't get it.
She kind of touched on some of the stuff I just was saying. I mean, I do agree that, you know, you're supposed to be the provider, but again, like I just said, it's traditional thinking and the things that you have advantages in, because you complain about everything else that you're supposed to do. And again, I said this before, I believe that there's some guys who can probably pay all the bills and stuff like that, but the extra stuff in life, it's not going to be feasible on one salary. Not in today's world, not for most men. How much money, like, that's one thing Kev Samuels, and I know everybody hates Kev Samuels, but that's one thing he will always ask him, well, how much you think it's going to take to do that? Because it take a lot of money to do some of this stuff, and everybody got these wild dreams, and they don't think they're supposed to have to do nothing, or they ain't supposed to have to pay nothing and all that. But how are we going to live this life?
Yeah.
How we going to be able to get the most out of everything? Like, you know, as they say, you got the 1% to 2% men. That ain't, everybody can't fit that. It's not, the numbers are just impossible. So the rest of us just supposed to say fuck it, and excuse my language, but I know some of the females, that's how they feel. Like, well, I'm gonna just be single then if I can't get a 2%, man. That's silly.
Yeah.
That's silly. We got
Stupid
a
is what it is.
whole bunch of people left out here at 98%. So to get the whole 98%, that's leaving the community in shambles as we have it right now.
Yeah.
We need to figure out a better way to tighten that up. We need to be able to come to some type of, I don't know, I don't want to say agreement, but just, we need to be able to work with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And right now, what Shorty saying, like, it's like, you know, man, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta do this. Like I said, you're trying to make it some type of competition where it got to be so even. It's like, come on, man. Like, if you need help, if you feel like you worked real hard today, you're tired today, if you don't feel like cooking, if you need me to cook today, it should be a way to communicate that without it being like, well, I had to do this and I had to do this. Like, it shouldn't be so. Why is it so much of a struggle? Why you can't just communicate to your man, this is what I need? And if you do it all the time, why would he make that an issue? I think most men will be able to compromise that with you. Whether they went to work, didn't went to work, they're not going to say, well, I went to work too. Like, that's not, I don't think you're going to get that if you communicate it in the right way.
Yeah. No, I think it's interesting because, you know, the way that they break down every little thing to kind of have like this, to show that I'm doing way more than you because I gotta have sex with you. I gotta get the kids, I gotta put their clothes on, I gotta cook the food, I gotta go to, like, it's like so many little things just to like try to be this fight of showing who does more. And I also think too, it's so interesting because her first thing said, Big Daddy, they wasn't faithful, but they was providers, right? I think even just trying to...
But the providing was different because the scale was different. You know?
Right, I think that's the unrealistic side of
different
it.
scale.
All this stuff that
she didn't want Chanel, right? She didn't want a Chanel.
All that.
Want to go on vacation. She didn't want to have every latest thing. I think that's the part that...
See, and that's because women back in the day were used to stay in reality. These women nowadays, they have no clue on how to stay in reality, much less what reality is.
She
When
wanted
when
to do that for the kids and all that.
yeah, they're talking about a time that they couldn't live in. The ladies, women would not be able to survive in that time where you didn't.
No,
There's nothing
they,
that you
they
can,
weren't
even
they
if you
wouldn't be
wanted, you
built
weren't getting.
for it.
Maybe their minds wouldn't be as conditioned though, so they probably would. If they came with the mindset that they had now, yeah, it'd be insane trying to live in that. And I also think that they like I always believe like if you don't want to have to pay no bills or do none of that, I don't think you should go to work. What you going to work for? You should be a full time. All that stuff you complain about, it should be easy because you ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got to go to work. Everything should be. You should be able to keep the house clean as a
Exactly.
whistle. Everything. You dig me? That's why I say it got to be all the way. If it's going to be traditional, it got to be traditional. So if you going to do that, and then I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to come, and I'm going to pay those bills. And but again, it ain't but so many men making but so much money. Like even you say 75, 80,000, it ain't but so many men making that much money. So I don't know where all these people that you're going to find that's going to pay all the bills, and you're going to live this luxury life. They just not here.
I think it's really about wanting. I don't know if they really want men to be. So I guess this is my question. I guess, do we flip it? Do you say, okay, you don't want to be the one to take care of the kids, so you want to go to work? He go to work and he does all the things, and you don't. Like, I don't know exactly what they're looking for. Like, I guess they're looking for, like you said, is it to not work?
They want it to be. If I go to work and you go to work, I guess they want it to be even. Like if I gotta pay some of the bills, you gotta do the chores too, or whatever. Like we gotta split the chores or split the kid activities or whatever.
Facts.
Like again, that's what I said when it comes to you literally looking at it on some 500 type time.
I remember
that makes it contentious though.
I remember one of my posts I had posted a while ago about, the mom was saying she goes to the doctors with the kids, and that, the dad I think the dad took the kids, and he had to call her about whatever it was. Like, he didn't know, and they were all making a big deal about how come he don't know what's going on, and why he don't go to doctor's appointment with the kids, and why they don't go together. And she was defending herself. Like, my husband go to work. Like, this is a time where I couldn't get up work, and he had to go, and he don't know what's going on because he don't. And it wasn't like he don't know if they're sick or not. It's just I don't know the details, those small things about how much they weigh or what was the last thing or the phone call, whatever. And so many women were like, "Oh, that's a married single mother."
Sometimes you can. I mean,
right? It's like I have a job where I can take off more than he can. I have hours. I work from home. It's more flexible. Whatever it is, it's
realistically though, how many of us is really able to go to every doctor's appointment as both parents? Like that's
Well, their argument was he need to take them, but it's like if he can't take them because he got a job that he can't take off, and doctor's appointments are during regular hours. What is they going to do? Not go to the doctors?
Again, also that's a good example of what I just was saying. On social media, you're gonna always get a lot of arguments, a lot of backlash or whatever, because people got opinions, right? But that's when it comes down to y'all foundation and whatever y'all agree to. It don't matter what they say. You know why you there. You know why you there. Or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whether it's he make more money or he can't just take the day off, whatever it is, y'all know. So it don't even matter. They just opinions. It ain't nothing but comments.
And that's the thing. It's about women are always trying to convince you. They're trying to convince you that, oh yeah, you a married single mother, or you're this or you're that. And it's like, and then that's, if you're not strong enough and confident enough in your own marriage or relationship, they will taint your mind. They will find any way that they can to get you on their side of, you should be coming home and cooking. Remember a while ago, the woman who was a doctor, she came home and cooked dinner for her husband, who was also a doctor, and it was like, how you get to come home? Y'all was both working a shift, blah, blah, blah. And she came home and cooked every night for her husband when they got off work, and she cooked. And it was like, you mad that she likes to cook for her husband. Why does that bother you? That she wants to come home and cook for him? Because yes, they're both doctors, but he's in the OR. He's doing way more than I'm doing than you can even imagine. And you know, and that's
my thing is, even if he's doing less, what if he's doing less than she's doing? They're both doctors, right? He's a bigger, better doctor, whatever the case may be. If she get enjoyment out of cooking for her man, let her. Who cares? Why would you rage at that?
Yeah.
Rage at that? Like,
they rage at it because they don't like
the 2% man, doctor, whatever. She can cook for him, let him cook. What the fuck?
They don't like it. They don't like for a woman to do things more. They want it to be even. Or him. You know, they say the same thing about how a man should love you, or what do they say? A man should like you more than you like him. But they want to see men do more.
There are things in a relationship that is only one-sided, and I don't even think cooking is one of them, because a lot of more men cook nowadays. But there's some things that he always gonna have to do when it comes down to stuff with the car. You ain't gonna be the one under the hood. He gonna have you looking under there. So sometimes some things is just for you to do. It's not that serious. Y'all just both have a job. Or don't work. That's the best way to alleviate it to me.
The woman don't work, you saying?
Yeah, if you're gonna complain about everything, hey man, I went to work too, so I shouldn't have to do nothing. Like, don't go to work then.
Yeah.
Like, those things still need to be done whether you go to work or not.
Yeah. I mean, you also have the women who are stay-at-home moms who complain now. You know, it's like these women are not satisfied. Everyone's finding something.
Complain about being a stay-at-home mom? Saying that what? You just bored?
They got to still do all the stuff, stay at home, cooking, cleaning. It's like, well, what did you expect? You can't want it and then you complain about having it, because then you got to stay home and you thought it was just going to be whatever, no big deal, but it is. It's a job.
Complain about being home. So what? Like, you need a maid type shit?
That they have to stay home. They're staying home and taking care of their kids. That they're tired.
That's what I'm saying. So you need a maid. Like, you don't have a job.
They want to stay, want to have businesses. They want to go out and work, but not really work. And
work? Why?
Because they don't want to be home.
I mean, again, if you want it all, again, you just...
That's the point I'm making. They do. They try to have it all. They try. That's where we are. They want to have it all.
Chances, though. You
know what they want, and they complain.
Oh, you're making it almost impossible for you to win. You put yourself in a losing position.
Yeah.
If that's what you go on, you waiting for all that to budge. The years keep going by. It's like... You might get in close and try to create that or something. It's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't make it impossible on yourself. Like, crazy expectations.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just important that everybody realizes that you got to do what works for your relationship. That's the bottom line. You know, and whatever 50-50 looks like for your relationship, then make it work, right? And I think that is something that you have to not allow the opinions and mindsets of other people, especially from social media, what you're listening to consume you and to cause you to go back to your relationship and start to create problems or create issues. If it works for you guys, keep doing it. You know, don't let anyone make you feel like, oh, you know, is something wrong with you wanting to do all the things for the kids, or loving doing this, or loving doing that, or loving to cook every night. Whatever you enjoy doing, and whatever your job is and your role.
Or the things that you know you like, or the things that you know you enjoy. Some people will try to make you feel like it's insignificant. You know you like it, and sometimes it'll work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the most important thing is this is important to be upfront and honest while getting to know somebody and, you know, dating them and kind of putting out there what your views on gender roles and, you know, relationships. Because I think if you express that up front, then the person could decide to either deal with you or not. or vice versa. If a man is saying, I want a woman who cooks and cleans, does this. If you know you're not that woman, don't try to convince him or try to convince yourself that you can do it if you feel like I just can't. That's not who I am. That's not what I want. And she said, women ain't going for it. Okay, well then don't. Then if you ain't trying to go for that, then you got to find a man who's gonna want to be on your program.
Yeah,
Exactly.
real about it. And the thing about it, like I said, it's so hard. Why do you want to work so hard then if you don't want to spend the money on your family? Why not just stay home, man? Build it off of whatever his resources is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, honey, any final words for the people when it comes to 50-50 and how 50-50 has worked for us? Because it works. 50-50 works for us, y'all.
I think you stay true to your relationship, stay true to the things that y'all, agree upon between each other. Especially when it works for y'all, just stay with it and don't let no one on the outside, family members, whoever, convince y'all that it's not good enough or it should be this, it should be that. Most of the time, the people that's saying that, they can't figure it out themselves. So, keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Stay down and keep pulling each other along, man.
Yeah. Yeah, just gotta be willing to fight the fight, and keep persevering, and remember your why you're together, why it works. There can always be changes to what you're doing. We can always change up the rules and what at this time in our life happens, and you may have to start to fill in this area and vice versa because of whatever it is. You gotta be willing to play. Is it play every position? Right? Is that the right word?
Yeah, at times.
At times, right? You got to play every position. You may have to you may have to do it all, right? And then that doesn't mean that at one time, but there might be a season where you are doing more of the cooking, or you're doing more of the cleaning, or whatever it might be. And it doesn't last forever. But if it is what works for you forever with your partner, that's also fine. So I just want women to not let these women taint you and stop you from being able to be with a good man because you're so caught up in like, should I cook or should I not? Like that's a whole nother conversation about women not being able to cook, and that's the whole thing that is just, it's just crazy, y'all. It's crazy.
I think people shouldn't be so caught up in it right now too, because you never know what the future holds. Just because somebody may not be, wherever you think they should be, or up to your big expectations. You don't know where life gonna take y'all. So sometimes you might not need to judge that so much and try to find a good character, somebody that you can, see yourself staying with for a long time. You know what I mean? And let life play that out.
Yeah. Well, I heard honey. Let life play it out. Now, I guess it depends on. The women will say that depends on age. They ain't trying to let no 40-year-old let life play it out.
Well, I mean, if you older, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's all I gotta say.
So young love is the best love. To start with, shall we say. So, all right, y'all. Well, let us know in the comments.
Okay, and that's it. I just want to say, first and foremost, I thank y'all for being here. Praying, hopefully hear from y'all again soon. Like, share, subscribe. Holla at y'all later. Peace.